one of the most in the top 5 most congested cities and regions in the entire country right now.
And that is why today's groundbreaking of the Mopac Express lanes could be so exciting for Austin drivers. Transit groups drilled the first hole for that project today that's expected to be open by September 2015. It's welcome relief for what you see out there right now. It's often very congested on Mopac as everybody heads home from work. This is a live look for you. This is Mopac congestion from our Austonian weather cam. You can see the cars just lined up there. The express lanes should help with this as they run 11.6 miles along the existing highway from Palmer Lane down to Cesar Chavez. Our Josh Hinkle has more.
Mopac just couldn't be more packed.
Kind of like a horror story, nightmare type of thing. It's like, oh my God, you know, I always want to avoid that side of town or at least that freeway.
But the hours you're waiting to get to work and back could soon be shortened.
Extra lanes, even if they're toll lanes, I think it's a good thing.
Express lanes are set to open by fall 2015.
As long as it clears up traffic on the regular freeway, that's probably good enough for me.
If you're willing to pay. It's a metered system. The more cars, the more the toll amount goes up, from 25 cents to $4 a trip. But it could be higher if demand is greater than projected.
Our goal is to keep it at 40 to 50 miles an hour, even at 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Officials gauged drivers' interest, and 35% of them said they'd leave the regular roadway for the less congested express lane, even with tolls.
We're not going to be able to get all 35% in that lane, but there will be a significant percentage every day that use it.
This express lane project on Mopac is an experiment of sorts. If it sees success, you could start seeing more express lanes on roadways across Central Texas, including the southern section of Loop 1, Mopac, also 183 North, and maybe even Interstate 35, one of the busiest stretches in the nation. In Austin, Josh Hinkle, KXAN News.
With so few entrances and exits, you might be worried about bottlenecks getting on and off that express lane. Well, crews tell us there will be 1,500 feet for drivers on them, which should allow a lot of space. Going south, drivers will enter the express lanes at either Palmer or between Far West and 2222. They would exit just before the river on Cesar Chavez. And then going north, they would enter at Cesar Chavez or that spot in between Far West and 2222 and then exit on Palmer Lane. One thing to keep in mind here, the price you pay to drive on the Mopac Expressway could go up over time. We did some digging to see what's happening to drivers in Houston. The price to drive the full 12-mile route on the Katy managed lanes used to cost drivers $5 during the peak periods of the morning and the evening commutes. In September, that price went up to $7. And remember, that's just for a one-way trip. Those Houston drivers who use those express lanes to get to and from work during rush hours will spend $14 a day. Do that every weekday, and then that way that would set you back $3,640 by the end of the year. Now here's a look at the cities across the country using express lanes to help solve their traffic problems. Houston is the only Texas city with managed lanes now. But TxDOT is reviewing some proposals to build new express lanes in Dallas to reduce congestion on Interstate 35 in Dallas and in Denton counties. Final proposals there are expected next month. And if you would like to learn more about the Mopac Expressway project, a Meet the Contractor open house is coming up next month. It starts at 5 on Tuesday, November 12th at O. Henry Middle School.